Our weekly immigration news roundup is brought to you by the law firm of Figueroa & Associates. For consultation on any immigration or legal matter, please call 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. For full stories and more immigration news, visit www.theimmigrantsjournal.com. That's www.theimmigrantsjournal.com.
Hello, my name is Mary Campbell, legal assistant at the law firm of Figueroa & Associates, and your presenter with this week's immigration news based on an article by Brian Figueroa, Esquire. Analysis of the Domestic Violence Bill and the American Immigration Lawyers' Opposition. The Preventing Violence Against Women by Illegal Aliens Act has sparked significant debate, particularly regarding its impact on domestic violence. DV, survivors who are noncitizens. The American Immigration Lawyers Association, AILA, strongly opposes the bill, arguing that it will harm, rather than protect, survivors of domestic violence. This analysis will examine the key provisions of the bill, AILA's arguments against it, and broader implications for immigration and domestic violence policy. Key provisions of the bill. The proposed bill aims to make noncitizens who commit certain domestic violence-related crimes, including stalking, child abuse, and child neglect, inadmissible and deportable under federal immigration law. On the surface, the bill appears to be a strong stance against domestic violence, ensuring that individuals convicted of such crimes cannot remain in the U.S. However, AILA argues that the bill fails to consider the complex realities of domestic violence cases, particularly how victims are often wrongfully accused. One of the most controversial aspects of the bill is that it does not require a conviction for a person to be deemed inadmissible or deportable. This means that even those merely accused of domestic violence offenses could be subject to removal. Additionally, the bill eliminates the discretion of immigration judges and Department of Homeland Security (DHS) officers, making it harder for genuine DV survivors to defend themselves against wrongful accusations. AILA's criticism of the bill. AILA argues that the bill will have severe unintended consequences, including 1. Risking the deportation of survivors. Many DV survivors are wrongly charged with offenses such as child neglect, particularly when they are accused of failing to protect their children from witnessing abuse. Under the bill, such charges could lead to their removal from the U.S. 2. Empowering abusers. A well-documented tactic of abusers is to manipulate the legal system by falsely accusing their victims of violence or neglect. If the bill is enacted, abusers could weaponize immigration law against their victims, threatening them with deportation if they seek help. 3. Deterring survivors from reporting abuse. Many immigrant survivors may fear that calling the police or seeking help will result in their own deportation. This could lead to a chilling effect, where victims choose to endure abuse rather than risk removal. 4. Lack of waivers or safeguards. The bill provides no waivers or protections for individuals who are wrongfully accused. Without the ability for immigration judges to exercise discretion, survivors caught in the legal system may have no recourse. Alternative solutions proposed by AILA. Rather than passing this bill, AILA suggests that Congress should focus on strengthening protections for DV survivors. Their recommendations include increasing funding for USCIS to process Violence Against Women Act, VAWA, petitions, and other legal protections efficiently. Removing numerical limits on U and T visas, which provide relief for victims of serious crimes and human trafficking. Due to existing caps, many DV survivors face long wait times, leaving them vulnerable to further harm. Broader implications. This bill raises significant concerns about the intersection of immigration policy and domestic violence protection. While efforts to hold perpetrators accountable are commendable, policies must be carefully designed to ensure they do not inadvertently harm survivors. The AILA's opposition highlights the importance of considering the nuances of domestic violence cases. particularly in immigrant communities where legal vulnerabilities can be exploited by abusers. In conclusion, while the Preventing Violence Against Women by Illegal Aliens Act may seem like a strong measure against domestic violence, its broad and inflexible provisions could do more harm than good. Policymakers must ensure that laws aimed at protecting victims do not end up endangering them further.
Our weekly immigration news roundup is brought to you by the law firm of Figueroa & Associates. For a consultation on any immigration or legal matter, please call 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. For full stories and more immigration news, visit www.theimmigrantsjournal.com. That's www.theimmigrantsjournal.com.